Hello, my name is Tim Lahili, and in this video we're going to be talking about batch review. What are batches? Batches are groups of documents assigned to reviewers, and we're just going to be exploring how you use them. And we're going to do it from the perspective of a reviewer who has been assigned batches. There's another video on administration of batches, so if you want to know how to create batches and assign them, refer to that video. But this is just for the perspective of a user that has batches assigned to them and they need to get those batches reviewed. So let's hop into the product. And we're going to log in as reviewer 2, and we're going to go into the review interface. Okay, and we've got our familiar case list here and our batches over here. So if we want to go into batch review, we click on this. And it will load up our various batches, various cases. We've only been assigned batches in one case, the demo case, so that's all that's available here. But if we have other cases, they would show up as well. Then if we want to see what batches are available to us, there are all these batches. It's worth noting that not all of these have been assigned to us. If we want to know what is actually assigned to us, we can come in here and look at what is checked, what have we already checked out. And we know that based on what we can check in. So let's go ahead and see if we can find one that's check-inable, excuse me. Let's see. I know we have two. Yeah, there's one. So this batch is actually assigned to us. If we wanted to check it in, we could. Likewise, we can, of course, check batches out. If we want to click on this, we would check it, this batch out to us. So let's look at this one. Let's do, what batch is this? This is video underscore 0002. Let's come back up here and let's go video underscore 002 right there. And you can see, okay, this batch has 2,000 documents. It's got a completion date of the 16th. It was assigned out today, so there's no ability to estimate completion date. But if I had coded several documents, let's say I coded documents today and tomorrow I look back at this set, it will give me an estimated completion date. And that estimated completion date is based on the number of documents you've coded and the number of days you've had this batch assigned to you. So if you've had this batch for 2 days and you've coded 14 documents, it's going to say, well, you code 7 documents a day. And so your estimated completion date based on 2,000 documents is, some distant date in the future. And since that distant date in the future would exceed the required completion date, it would give you a little warning saying, hey, it looks like you're going to miss the completion date. The estimated completion date is really only useful after a few days of coding. Otherwise, it's really got no meaningful data to base its estimate on. If you want to see your batches by status, you can come in here, and this shows you there are 31 not started, 1 completed, 1 paused, and actually 1 in progress and 6 paused. So let's go to the grid and look at those. Let's look at the 1 in progress. You can see this one is assigned to us and it's called in progress because it has 14 documents already coded. If no documents are coded, it's considered not started. If it's got documents coded, but it's not assigned to anyone, it's considered paused. So these are showing up because these documents have stuff coded, but they're not assigned to a reviewer. They're not assigned to me. They're not assigned to anyone. I could go look at them in here and I would see they're available for checkout. And then completed, obviously, is documents that are completed. This is a size set of 1 and it was coded. If we want to check out, if we want to go look at this, we can go ahead and click on this. We can click on it anywhere. Click here. We can click here. Either place will take us into the actual batch to see what's going on, or to begin reviewing, to coding additional documents. Finally, let's look at the calendar here. If you only have, this will only show 2 batches in any given date. But you can see I have both these batches assigned out, and they have overlapping sort of due periods. So they're sort of showing up on my calendar as stuff that is currently, you know, currently should be currently worked on. And if you have a lot of batches assigned, this probably won't be that useful of a tool. If you have one or two and they're staggered, this could be very useful, just in terms of keeping track of stuff. So let's go into a batch and see how this kind of works. Open this batch. It's going to open us straight into the review interface and the batch. Now, if we want to code this batch, we should probably open our coding panel. And you really need to be assigned a coding panel to meaningfully progress on batches, because obviously they're tracking against how much coding you have done. And I have just a ton of coding panels. You really should only have one assigned to a reviewer. And when only one is assigned to a reviewer, only that one will show up. But let's say you have many and you're interested in coding against the tracker coding panel. That pops up. You can go ahead and type in here, select a document, and just go ahead and save or code next and do whatever. There are videos actually on the coding panel, so I'm going to leave that alone. But this is how you get into a batch and begin to review it. If you want to go back to the administration panel, you come in here, just click there, and you're back to where we started. And obviously you can go select a different batch or whatever. And again, you can check out a batch. If I want to check this batch out, I can just go click on that and it will check it out to me. If I'm done with the batch and I want to check it in, I can go ahead and click on it again and it will check it back in. But that's it. It's really that simple. There's not a heck of a lot to batch review. It was meant to be pretty straightforward, so hopefully you think it is. But anyway, that's really all I had to present today. So hopefully that was useful, and thank you for your time.